Hi guys! This is going to be a very requested updated video on how I get my hair red. I had filmed this video probably 4 years ago on a really dinky crappy webcam, and some products have changed, some products haven't, but I still wanted to kind of update you guys on how I do this because I had gotten a comment on the videos a couple of times saying this video is old, how about you update it? So here I am. So first things first, I'm letting you guys know right now I am not a professional. I do not have my license to do my hair, but I have been dyeing my own hair since I was 13 and I am 26 now. So I know my own hair. I know what my own hair can take and I know what my own hair can do. That being said, I'm not 100% sure this will work on your hair. I'm just telling you guys how I do it to mine. And that also being said, I got a lot of comments on like past videos from people who are professionals who are telling me that what I am doing is wrong or what I'm doing is the wrong way. I'm doing it because I know how to do it to my hair. So that being out of the way, I'm just going to get right into it and tell you guys how I do it. So first things first, if you guys remember from my other video or if you haven't, that I usually don't like bleaching my hair when I'm doing it red. If I'm doing it like teal or like purple, some color like that, I will bleach my hair, but if I'm doing it red, I tend to not bleach it because you can get products that can lighten your hair and even turn your hair red when you don't need to bleach it. So this time when I did my hair, I did have to bleach my hair because my normal product that I use to lighten my roots, Sally's didn't have. Sally's didn't have any of it in any shade. So I had to go and I had to use what was left over of my bleach. But normally, if I'm going from really dark brown hair, which is my natural hair color, like my whole head is brown, or any kind of dark shade, or if I'm just doing my roots, I will buy something called L'Oreal High Color Highlights, and I wish I had the package with me, but I don't. I will put a link to the product on Amazon or Sally's below, or I'll put a picture of it right here. It says for dark hair only on it, and it lifts dark hair basically, and it also kind of dyes it red. You're not going to get this bright color red off your first try if you're trying to go from like brown to red, but it does give you a really nice red color. It takes probably about like 2 or 3 tries to get it a very vibrant red. It does take patience, but it does help your hair stay healthy. But it's really awesome to do your regrowth, which is what I use it for if my whole head is red like it is now. So next time that I do my hair, if Sally's has it, I will get the little tube and I will put it on my regrowth, a little bit past my regrowth, and it will also it will lift my hair color and it will also dye it a red color. Now, I don't use it on my whole head more than once. So if I'm going from brown to red, I know it sounds confusing, I will use it on my whole head that one time just to lift the brown. After that, I will only use it on my regrowth, just so I can keep my hair as healthy as possible. That also goes with saying if I was to use bleach to lift my hair. I would just use bleach on my whole head if my hair was brown to lift the color, and then I would just put it on my regrowth afterwards. That's very important for keeping your hair healthy and, you know, stop breakage. And the bleach that I do use is this one, L'Oreal Quick Blue Extra Strength, and it's really good to use on your scalp because it says scalp safe, and it lifts your hair, it lifts the color from your hair really quickly. And when I did my regrowth, I didn't use 30 or 40 volume, I used 20 volume, the cap's on wrong, I used 20 volume. The reason why I used 20 volume is because it wasn't going to damage my hair that much. I didn't need my hair to be like platinum blonde, I just needed to lift the roots a little bit so the red could have something to adhere to, not brown hair. Like I said, not a professional, so I'm not using professional terms that you would learn in school. This is just from my personal experience. So I use bleach and this on my roots, and my hair was this color beforehand. The Aragon Oil hair color in dark red violet. If you guys remember my videos from like a week ago on, this is the color that was in my hair. It was a kind of a dark red, but my neighbors speakers are obnoxiously loud. It was a dark red, but it wasn't like so dark that I couldn't put any color over it. So I just did that on my roots, probably to about here. And it lifted the color off my roots. And my ends were fairly light because, if you guys remember in the summertime, like right over here was all like teal and blue. So I had some blonde and some colors like that underneath it. So yeah, I put it on my roots just to do my regrowth, and then what I use to color it, I actually have a new product that I use to color my hair. Normally, I will use I'll use these two actually. I will use Manic Panic Vampire Red. You guys know this is like my go-to red. This is a little bit that I have left over inside this container. That's what I use normally for my red color. But I was mixing Manic Panic Vampire Red with like a purpley color to try to get this color, because I didn't really want like a true red. I wanted like a purpley pinky red, and getting that, I usually mix my reds together to try to get a color that I like. But I caved because the color that I really wanted was this color from Pravana, and it is called Wild Orchid. And Pravana is actually, you can only get this in like pro stores or online, and it's a salon brand. They use it in salons, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. And this color, I have used Pravana before. I've used Pravana Violet when I had purple in my hair, and I loved the way it lasted. But I hated the fact that I had to order it online, so I kind of put it off and was like, maybe I can use the colors that I have. So I caved, and I bought this. I'm going to do a full review on my Pravana hair dyes, because I have this one, and I have a red one soon, so keep a lookout for that. But you can use either of these. You can use Manic Panic, you can use Pravana, you can use Special Effects. I have reviews on Manic Panic and not Special Effects yet, but I have reviews on those on my channel. And what these are like, they stain your hair. They don't really do damage to your hair. It's kind of like, the best way to describe it is putting conditioner in your hair, and it stains your hair that color. The Pravana one says to keep it in for 25 minutes, and the Manic Panic one just says to keep it in for 30, but I've literally kept this in my hair for hours and hours, and it stains your hair. The Pravana one I kept in for 30 minutes. I dyed it about a week ago, and this is the color. It looks really nice for a week being dyed. I'm going to go way into more depth in my actual review of it, but it doesn't run as much as, say, Manic Panic does. But those are the colors that I use on my my red hair. And for the L'Oreal High Color Highlights that I use magenta to lift it, because it has like a little bit of a pinky tone red, so that's what works for me. They also have a red hot red and a copper red too. You don't need bleach to do your regrowth, and you don't need bleach to strip your hair if you're going red, because red is kind of one of those colors that it's fine. Like, you don't have to bleach your hair. You really don't. Unless you want like fire engine, bright, crazy, like insane red, and you don't want any like brown tones or anything like that in your hair, then okay, bleach it, whatever. But your hair is going to be really damaged. I found that using the L'Oreal High Color Highlights, that's a mouthful, for my regrowth, and just putting this on top to refresh my hair afterwards, or these guys, you know, to refresh my color afterwards. If it fades, my hair stays so much healthier. And another tip to refresh your hair, if your hair is kind of getting a little dingy and it looks kind of and you're like, oh, the color isn't as awesome as I wanted it to be, is this protein filler. And this is from it says Protein Color Filler from Colorful, and it's in 10 red. And it says Primer, Corrector, and Refresher. I mentioned this little guy in my first video that I ever did for red hair. And you can put this into the dye that you are using. So if you're using the magenta dye to do your whole head, you can put this in with it. Or you can put it in with the Manic Panic. I really don't see a difference, but what I usually use this for is if my hair is fading and I don't feel like going through the whole process of putting, you know, doing my roots or anything like that, I will take this guy, put it in my hands, it doesn't really stay in your hands, and work it into your hair. Keep it in for 5 minutes, like 5 minutes before you take your shower, put it in your hair, rinse it out, boom, instant refresh. It doesn't make it look like you just dyed your hair that day, but it doesn't make it look so drab and faded. You know how red hair kind of gets sometimes. So that is how I get my hair red. It's kind of a process. If I use the magenta hair color on my whole head, I don't use any of these guys until that kind of fades. If I just use it for my regrowth, I put this on right afterwards because obviously down here is faded. So that was 10 minutes long to explain to you that, I'm going to get into how I keep my hair red, how I maintain my hair, and how I keep my hair looking really nice. So the first thing that you need to really invest in is a good shampoo. And I'm not saying one that's going to make your hair feel nice. I'm saying one that's going to be sulfate free, that is not going to strip the color from your hair. The brand that I like the most for that, from the drugstore that's cheap, is the Organics line. This is a bigger bottle because it was like 50% more. The Organics line. Now be careful because Organics do make some shampoos now that aren't sulfate free. The coconut water one, I bought that and it says right on the back, sulfate free. Right there. See that? Well, the coconut water one doesn't say that on it. So I used it on my hair once and it was like a pile of red dye all over the place. It was before I did this to it. And I was just like, okay. But using a sulfate-free shampoo is going to be awesome for your hair. It's going to help your hair last longer. It's not going to strip all the color from your hair. It's going to be really awesome. And another thing is, don't wash your hair every single day. I got tons of comments being like, my hair faded within a week. Do you wash your hair every day? Yes, that is why. If you have red hair, if you have any colored hair, you can't wash your hair every day. It's going to be fading so fast. So I use this every other wash. I use this in another conditioner and stuff that I'm going to show you. I use this guy. Then on like my second day, when I need to wash my hair, I had mentioned this in my first How I Get My Hair Red video, and this is the Hair One Hair Cleansing and Conditioner. This is supposed to be like a Wen dupe. You can use this to cleanse your hair. It is not a shampoo. I thought it was at first, and then now I kind of inform people it's not really a shampoo. It's a hair cleanser. It cleanses your hair. It's not going to make your hair as clean as with a shampoo. This is awesome on like day 2, so if I wash my hair on Monday, Wednesday comes and I need to wash my hair because it needs a little oomph, it needs to be cleaned. I will use this to cleanse my hair. It literally strips none of the color, but it refreshes, revitalizes, and just makes your hair feel really nice. And it has like jojoba oil and a whole bunch of other stuff in it, and it makes your hair feel really nice. It's basically the best thing ever. You can also use this with regular conditioner too, but I haven't found one that I like doing that with regular conditioner. I just like using that. So I use that. If I wash my hair on Monday, I use the regular shampoo. If I wash my hair on Wednesday, I will use that to refresh it. And then the next time after, I will go back to using this. It just helps it so I'm not constantly washing my hair with a shampoo that's going to strip the color. Now that being said, on the days that your hair is feeling kind of dingy, you can use a dry shampoo. I'm actually completely out of my dry shampoo, so I have none to show you. But a dry shampoo is also going to help you kind of get through if you can't wash your hair on Wednesday, or if you know that you can just kind of spray it in your hair. Give your hair a little bit more time in between washes, so that way your hair will still stay vibrant and bright. Okay. Whew. Another good thing to invest in is a really good deep conditioner mask. I have 3 here, and I got bitched at in my other video because I didn't use cheaper products. But I have 3 products here that I like using for masks that make your hair feel really nice. And this is the cheaper version. This is the L'Oreal Total Repair Damage Erase mask. You can see I've used quite a bit of it. It's supposed to repair like 5 years of damage. It's supposed to repair a ridiculous amount of years of damage. It just makes my hair feel really nice. I kind of put this in after I shampoo my hair. I don't do it on the days that I do this, because this is enough for my hair to shampoo and act like a shampoo and conditioner. I put this in my hair on the days that I use my regular shampoo. And it makes my hair feel nice and soft and really good. Two other masks that I really, really like is this Mystic Divine Aragon and Manole oil. And it smells, oh, it just smells so good. This is a Nourishing Moisture Mask, this is more of a keratin mask. I tend to rotate between moisture and like protein stuff, because too much protein in your hair can actually damage your hair, and it's really nice to kind of, you know, give your hair a little bit of moisture, especially if it's really dry, like it's going to be if you're dyeing it a lot. And then this little guy is another mask that I use, and this is the Age Defy from Pantene. Even though it's from Pantene, this little guy cost me $13. It smells really good, and it's really nice to kind of just refresh your hair and make your hair feel really soft and really good. And it also helps repair the ends, and it also helps kind of with like the scalp, which is awesome. Other brands that I have used in the past is Bedhead Dumb Blonde, and which is what this one kind of took the place of. Bedhead Dumb Blonde, and One and Only the keratin treatment. I still like using those, but these are the ones that I'm currently using right now. Now, you're also going to need a really good leave-in conditioner, because your hair is probably going to be brittle and it's probably going to be dry. And what I really like for a leave-in conditioner is the Mystic Divine, the same brand as the other stuff. And this is the Nourishing Leave-In Conditioner, and it's like a gel leave-in conditioner. And it smells just as good as that other stuff, and it leaves my hair feeling amazing. Another really good leave-in conditioner, if you have really bad split ends, is this Beyond the Zone Split End Mend. And I've used quite a bit of this, and I used this a lot when I was blonde too. And it really just helps mend, obviously, the split ends. You only put it on like the ends of your hair and work it in. Whew. Okay, I know this seems like a lot, and there's a little bit more, but I'm trying to go through it all, let you guys know. Another way that I kind of take care of my hair and make it so it doesn't break or get really kind of dry is oils. And I know people are looking at me like, you put oil in your hair. Some people refuse. One of my friends actually refuses to put oil in her hair because she thinks it's going to make her hair more greasy. Some cases that might be true. You probably might be putting too much in your hair, but whatever. One oil that I absolutely love to put in my hair, and that is coconut oil. In its full form, like this, it kind of looks like lard. I use this as a mask, basically, and I put it in before I shower. You guys are looking at me like, who puts in something before they shower? If I know I'm going to shower, I usually put this in about 20 to 30 minutes before I shower, sometimes an hour. Massage it into my hair. I use very little, because once this stuff heats up, it turns into a liquid. So once like the heat from your scalp, like the warmth from your scalp, it kind of melts. Massage it into my hair, go do my thing, and then I shower like I normally do. And it's on the days that I use this kind of shampoo. And it makes your hair feel really, really, really soft. Other oils that I will use after I use my leave-in conditioner. And two that I really love is Hollywood Beauty Coconut Oil. This is basically the same thing as that other stuff, except it's a little bit diluted and it's in liquid form. I use very little of that, and I work it through like the ends of my hair, and then I use the rest and just kind of push it through the rest of my hair. And another one that I like is the One and Only Aragon Moroccan Oil treatment. This one, not so much ever since I started using the coconut oil, because the coconut oil just makes my hair feel so much more softer, and I just like it that much more. And then what I do is I run everything through my hair with a big comb, you know, put it through my hair, and then I blow dry it. Now, before I get lectured on me blow drying my hair all the time, I don't blow dry it on the heat setting. My blow dryer has a cool setting, and I take the blow dryer and I just blow dry my hair. Why do I blow dry my hair? Because those of you guys who know, who have red hair, and if you're watching this, you probably do. If you use Manic Panic, or if you use any type of those dyes, you know that those dyes get all over your hands. They get everywhere. They get on pillows. They get on towels. And the most that happens is when your hair is wet. So not only does your hair break when it's wet, it's more sensitive when it's wet. It also bleeds like a bitch when it's wet. So what I do to prevent, you know, my sink from looking like it was stained red, or anything else looking like it was stained red, t-shirts, anything like that, I will blow dry my hair on a very low setting, like the cool setting, until it gets fairly dry. Then to kind of finish it off and style it, I will put it on a warmer setting just to kind of get a little bit of volume in my bangs or something if I'm going out or something like that, just to prevent it from getting all over the place, because you will lose color from that. If you have wet hair and the color kind of transfers on the other things, you will lose the color from that. I have a pillow in my bedroom that, even though I do blow dry my hair, it still gets stained, but I have been really lazy and fallen asleep with red hair, like with wet hair, and the pillow, like, was a lot more red than it should have been. So that's just like my little tip. You don't have to do that, but if you have red hair and it stains everything, just blow dry it on a cool setting to get your hair somewhat dry, mostly dry, and it will not transfer that color, because you will know this color will transfer everywhere. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this helped you guys. I really hope that this kind of motivated you, and I don't even know, helped you guys to get your hair red, or gave you guys tips and tricks and some stuff that you might have not have known. This was 20 minutes of rambling and all that type of stuff, but if you like this video and it helped you out, please thumbs it up. If you haven't been subscribed to me yet, please subscribe to me. If you haven't already, leave a comment below. I will try to answer as many questions as I can. Like I said, I am not a professional, but if you know a good answer to someone's question, please answer it if I haven't yet. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!